Well, it's time for another video, and today we're hopping in the beautiful FSLabs A320, sitting here at Toronto Pearson Airport, and we're going to head over to Montreal doing Rapidair service on board Air Canada Flight 404. This is going to be a fun flight. Quick, easy, and somewhat challenging in the aspect of everything happens in a very, very fast manner. So let's hop inside, let's get this airplane going, and up and on our way to Montreal. So the airplane's in a cold and dark state, and we got to get it fired up. So let's actually slide over, make it a little bit easier for you guys to see this, and a little bit easier for me. So let's go. Batteries on. External power. Oh, listen to those sounds kicking. And we're gonna kind of go from left to right here. So let's go IRS or IR1, 2, and 3. Come down. And we'll just kind of do this in order. And you're just going to kind of see me go through a primary flow here as we get the airplane all set up for today's flight. I'm turning just the temperature down a bit. Pumps can stay off for now. Let's just do a couple tests. We're not getting the audio. Hold on, let's see here. Maybe we'll go. There we go. There they are. I think everything's still firing up, that's why. Flight control computers are on. Coming back down, we're going to arm emergency lights. No smoking signs can stay auto. And we're actually going to turn some lights on just so we can see what's going on here. Awesome. So everything's coming to life. And we're going to set this airplane up for a North American flight. So we're going to go inches of mercury, inches of mercury. The standby is going to come up. And then we're going to get all these screens turned on down here, like our McDo's, just so we can see what's going on and get programmed and get programmed to get ready for our up and on our way to Montreal. It's all about just getting the airplane out of that cold and dark state. It's always a little bit of a pain. 22A, we will be talking ATC because we'll be on the VATSIM network today. Coming down, we'll just turn a little bit of flood on for now, just so you guys can see this a little bit easier. And coming back up, we'll just take a look at all our systems pages. So I'm just going to go to systems and see what our in-op systems are right now. That makes sense as the airplane is starting up. And we're just going to kind of go to each page individually and just check. So Gen 1, Gen 2, of course, they're not going to show anything just because the engines aren't running. And we're on external power right now. Hydraulics, once again, engines aren't running. Fuel pumps, none of those are going to be on because we're not using those. Let's get an APU. Air conditioning. It's actually pretty warm out, so we will get the APU started here in a minute to keep that cabin cool. Once again, that's through with hydraulics, more hydraulic related stuff, and then back to the engine page. Perfect. There we go. Okay. Just going to send one thing over to the airplane quickly. Just so it's a little bit easier for us to program our McDo here. So initial page, make sure the nav data is current. It is still August the 12th. It's August the 6th of the day that I'm recording this video. So that's good there. We'll go in it. We're going Toronto to Montreal. CYUL. There's our flight plan, so we'll go ahead and insert that. And we'll go ahead and init request, and it should pull it over. There we go. So, Toronto to Montreal, Ottawa is our alternate, Air Canada 404, cost index of 5. We're actually going to bump that up to 20, because that's what Air Canada uses. We'll go to wind, and we'll request the wind, and wait for that to come back. Then our tropopause altitude today is going to be 39,900. So we're just going to throw this. Asking a few real-life Airbus pilots, they say you don't really need to do this, but just kind of good to fill out what you can, right? So after init, I usually go flight plan. It's going to be the dead key 4 off at runway 24 right. That's already in there, and it's going to spit us out of Miglo and then into Montreal. We're going to be on the HABS 4 arrival And with the current wind over there in Montreal, I think they're probably landing on 24 left, and that's what they are. Single runway ops in Montreal in real life. So we'll set up for what will be 24 left. ILS runway 24 left. It's going to be on, once again, the HABS 4. Big low transition. And we'll go ahead and see if there's any approach vias. There isn't. And we'll go ahead and insert that. Coming all the way back up to the top. That manual discon's supposed to be in there. Perfect. All the way down into Montreal. Cool. Wind is available, so we'll go back to init, wind, and see how it's all in there. Climb wind, next phase, descent wind. Awesome. And actually, that's actually really all we need, because we go up and we come right back down. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and copy the active, and we're going to slide over to the other unit here, and you'll see why here in a quick moment. So let's slide over here. We're going to go ATSU, AOC menu, init, and all we're going to do right away is you can just hit the init data require button, or you can fill out information. So today, we'd fill out our like our company codes, something like that, and you put the purser, all that information in as required, of course. What we're going to do is we're just going to hit init data require, and it's going to fill in our FMS flight plan number, which is Air Canada 404, and our estimated time en route, which is 49 minutes in the air. And it's going to send that off. And then I'm going to go OFP data. I'm just going to switch the Zulu time, just because I'm doing this a little bit off what the real life flight is doing. And I'm going to do it as instant fuel, as you can see here. And this will just save you a bit of time. So block fuel 5500, taxi of 100, and trip of 2366. And this is all in kilograms. So we'll go ahead and send that. And you'll notice that right away, it's going to load it right into the airplane. Saves you a lot of time, especially if you're someone that just wants to get a flight off the ground and get going. So as I was saying, I'm going to get connected to the network now and request the departure ATIS and get the current information so we can fill out our information for departure in our perf. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go departure ATIS, and hopefully something comes back somewhat right away. There we go. Toronto Departure Information Hotel. And it's going to give us all the information that we need. I'm not going to go through all this because I expect most of you guys to understand how to read an ATIS, or at least understand how to read an ATIS. Okay, so going back, we have our preliminary load sheet, which we're expecting to be at about 65.1 tons at 130 passengers and a Mach tow of 29.4. And it's just going to give us, and let's see here, Fred Waters did our primary or our preliminary load sheet here. And then this new message is just referred to as like departure slots and all that information. So no delay as of right now, which is good. Sliding back over, we're going to go in at page B. And we're going to load our weight on the one on the right. So I'm going to go boarding, request, and begin now. And request that. Perfect. And we can just transfer that information over right away, which, as you can see, if we just click it and bring it over, it's actually going to do your current zero fuel weight. But in this case, we want to have 59.7 at 30.2. Trip wind has populated, of course. Perfect. And now we can do our performance information. onboard departure today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work with 2 units side by side here. We are going to go perf request. We're going to request runway. Oops, I did not mean to pop that out like that. We're going to request 24 right. Wind in Toronto right now is 040 at 3. Temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. Altimeter is 3012 inches. It will be a PAX off departure. And then our last message is our PLIM, and we're going to just do 65 1. Go ahead and send that off. Then I'm going to get back to the perf page here, and then in a moment we should get a company message that pops up on here that should tell us that we have our performance, and then we can fill that out. In the meantime, let's take a look to see how the boys are favoring outside here. Looks like they're just getting ready to start loading up bags. Airplane looks in great condition. Nice brand new repaint, PBR in version 5 here. Looking absolutely fantastic. I'm excited to showcase the 321 here very soon on stream, or on stream. that's as a habit. Here on the YouTube page. Cannot wait to show you the 321. It's gonna look lovely. Look at that angle. Just looking fantastic in V5. If you're somebody that doesn't have the FSLabs yet, if you're looking for a challenge of an airplane that's really going to keep you on your toes and give you the utmost realism, I recommend this airplane. Very, very much. So well done. It's just the small little details that go so far with it. Okay, here's our company message. So we're going to go receive messages and no information available. Interesting. I might have accidentally just clicked something there, but we're still waiting for our perf to show up, so we'll wait for that. So we'll wait for our performance information to come back. We're going to take a look at the departures here out of Toronto today. So looking at departure number 1. First, we're going to talk about how we're going to get out to the runway today. We're currently at stand 150. We're going to push back off of stand 150. Probably exit the ramp Alpha Kilo. And then taxi something like Bravo, and then Charlie or Delta, short of runway 24 right. Then off of runway 24 right today, we're planning the Dead Key 4 departure with the Miglo transition. So Dead Key 4 off of runway 24 right is page 10-3 Charlie. I just lost my page here. 10-3 Charlie. The effective date 30th of January. It's an RNAV SID. The Dead Key 4 off runway 24 right. Unless otherwise assigned by ATC, climb heading 237 to 1,000 feet, then climbing left turn heading 235. Or as assigned, expect radar vectors to save your or as assigned them by depicted route. Unless otherwise assigned by ATC, maintain 5,000 feet. So we'll bug 5,000 feet. I'm going to go ADF VOR and VOR ADF as required. And I'm going to go terrain on my side, and the FO will have weather on his side. We'll climb up to flight level, I think our final cruising altitude 350 today. And any critical malfunction will come back to Toronto immediately as required. I'm going to get the air conditioning on, so I'm going to start the APU. APU is available, we'll get APU bleed on, and you'll see once we get APU bleed on, if we come down to air conditioning, it will slowly but surely start to cool the cabin down finally, which I'm going to just sit there and crank those down just a little bit more so it's not sitting all the way up there. There we go. It should start cooling down now. So I'm just going to beat the sim here for a second when I get the clearance, just so it's a little bit easier for you guys to hear and just a little bit easier for me to hear as well. Toronto, hello, Air Canada 404, information, Juliet, looking for clearance to Montreal.
Canada 404, Toronto Thunder, good evening, clear to Montreal Airport, dead key 4 departure, Miglo transition, flight plan route, depart runway 23, squawk 0502.
Clear to Montreal, dead key 4, Miglo transition, flight plan route off runway 230502, Air Canada 404.
Air Canada 404, read back correct, call for taxi.
We'll call for taxi, thanks. So as you can see, they changed up the game plan for the departure runway, but this is an easy switch. So we just go flight plan, departure off runway 24, right? We're off runway 23. We're gonna keep the same speeds because it is actually a longer runway. So, and we'll just do toga. Come over to the transponder 0502. We'll go auto. And we will go ahead and get this ready and get that ready. We'll go seatbelt sign on. And we'll go and call for our pushback. Ground guy locking it all up here. Brakes released, and here we go.
Start at will.
Pop the blocks. Okay, we'll go ignition start. And start T number 2. Now we get to listen to Norman, but I'm actually going to turn Norman off. We'll monitor the start sequence. So N2 starting to spin. See, we can observe it starting up now. Looking beautiful, as always.
And in mind, please, we do ask for 2 minutes of your time whilst we take you through the safety procedures of this aircraft.
Thank you, pumps. All the hydraulic pumps doing their stuff. Here we go. Good start on 2. We'll start number 1. We're going to stay inside just so you can hear the generators kick on here. By far one of the coolest sounds I enjoy listening to in the labs. Beautiful pushback out of Toronto here. I have to say, as time has gone on, this scenery has somewhat aged well with the progressions in the sim. With V3, V4, now V5. And it's definitely running way better than it ever has in the previous iterations of the sim, so it's about time. That's all I'm gonna say. It's about time. Hearing that gen kick over there, such a cool sound.
Set parking brakes.
Okay, parking brake is set. 2 good starts. We're gonna go norm, flaps, speed brake armed, AP bleed off, AP master off. I'm gonna go taxi light on now, just because I'm here. Turn those floodlights down just a smidge, and I'm gonna arm the nose wheel steering, which is an FSLabs thing. Just an FSLabs thing, of course. We're just going to stay in the cinematic view here for a second, and as I get ready to call ATC, and we'll have the sim here unmuted, just so you can hear ATC's call just a little bit clearer and not over the jet sounds of the outside view. Toronto Center, Canada 404, request taxi.
Canada 404, runway 23, altimeter 3013, taxi via Alpha Kilo, Alpha Hotel, hold short 23.
On 3013 Alpha Kilo Alpha Hotel short of runway 23, Air Canada 404. Let's see, we're going to taxi Alpha Kilo Alpha Hotel. We'll hold short runway 23. And the altimeter now is 3013. We're going to set that. Here we go. Auto brakes maxed, and we'll do a quick flight control check before we go. Full left, full right, full up, full down, rudder left, which I need to turn the nose wheel steering off for, rudder left, and rudder right, and neutral. There we go. Flight controls are checked, and now we have our taxi clearance, so we'll taxi out. So I'm going to go brakes off, and here we go. So once again, Alpha Kilo Alpha Hotel, shorter runway 23, and as you can see that on screen right now, this is the taxi route we're going to take. Nice quick taxi, but I will talk to you guys holding short just because there's not really much to go over for the next little bit. One thing I realized as I was getting ready to exit the apron here is I needed to brief the new departure off runway 23. So unless otherwise assigned by ATC, we're going to climb heading 237 to 1100 feet and make a climbing right turn heading 245, or as assigned, we'll expect radar vectors to Savior or then by a depicted route. So very much, not really much changing, kind of still pointing us in the right direction, but just a little bit of a thing to note there. Just want to make a note here. In real life, I was taxiing past this set of hangars right here on the right recently, and as I'm recording this, which is August the 6th, just prior to this, a few weeks ago, there's an Air Canada 777 and an Air Canada 787, all kind of wrapped up because of the current times that we're in with the COVID-19 crisis. So if you're watching this video a couple years from now and this thing's all said and done, definitely crazy times we're currently living in right now at the moment. So it's just crazy to like kind of look in the sim and go, look at how bare bones it is in the sim, and in real life it's almost kind of eerie and similar. So we're just coming up to the short end here of Alpha up to Hotel, and we'll be getting our takeoff clearance from Toronto Center here on that sim, and we'll blast off once again, climbing 1100 feet, then a right turn 245, a noise abatement 3600 feet here in Toronto. Pretty standard noise abatement procedures, which we'll cover in later videos when we go more in depth of ATC training or ATC understanding in Canada. But that will be a tutorial series here on the channel. But as of right now, we're just having some fun, and that's what we're here for. Okay, TCAS gonna go TARA. It's going to stay in TA only till about 1,000 feet. Should switch over to RA then, or switch into the RA mode. Okay, once again, going to mute just the sim so you can hear the wonderful people that I'm talking to here on that sim. Toronto Center, Canada 424, holding short runway 23 at a hotel, ready for departure.
Canada 404, winds 010 at 4 knots, clear for takeoff, runway 23.
Clear for takeoff 23 Air Canada 404. Clear on the right. Clear on the left. Strobe lights on. Gotta get the runway turn off lights on. So just a bit of thrust to get us moving here. Runway 23 is confirmed. The lights completely on now. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. God, this scenery looks so good. It's meshing with V5 so well. There we go, all lined up. We're gonna go nose wheel steering off and start the timer. Here we go. A little bit of forward pressure. Mantoga, SRS, runway, auto thrust blue. set. Full 100 knots. C1, rotate. Positive rate, you're up. Nav. That's 1,100 feet in the turn. Air Canada 424, 1,500 coming, 5,000.
Where you identified, climb 7,000.
Climb 7,000 Air Canada 424. 7,000. Anywhere on an average of 4 to 10 minutes up in cruise. It's kind of a rough idea on how quick this flight is. Your cruise portion is the least amount of time you'll spend. You spend a lot of time climbing, a lot of time descending, but not a lot of time on the cruise portion. So let's take a look at our arrival today that's in the box, which is the the HAPS 4 arrival by the Miglo transition. We are currently going to be on page 10-2 Charlie, the 30th November 18th in RNAV Star by Miglo. It's 082 to Rito, with no restriction there, and then Ugwood, 083 to Hempmock, which we have to be photo 240 and below, 076 to Harvey, then 073 to HAPS, which we have to be below 16,000. After that, 073 to Camus, 057 onwards to Veku, or bring up the Ehviator Canada closer. And also there we go. We need to be FQ below 9,000 and onwards, tracking to Ehviator, and same track to Addons at 210, 4,000, and then same track onwards to Maxit and then OV, and max out is at max 210 between 4,000 and 3,000 feet on vectors onto the ILS. We're going to Q4 left today in Montreal, which once we pull that plate up here, you'll see up on screen right now, which is 11-4, effective the 25th of April. It's the ILS from 24 to Montreal Pierre Elliott Trio. Important information in the briefing script here. Localizer India Mike Quebec 110.5, final course 237, Alnov at 1,500 down to ILS minimums of Cat 1 of 318, 200 feet on the radars. In case of a go around, we'll fly the missed approach, which will come to 700 feet, heading 237. Climbing left turn to 2,000, heading 189, and then a left turn direct to the St. Jean VOR. Once we get there, it's a direct entry hold, right-hand turns. We'll plan to roll it out to the end. We're going to be parking somewhere between gate 49. As you can see, it's actually yelling at me here to program my arrival information, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And we're just going to request the weather down in Montreal via METAR because there's no ATC on Batson. We should get this pretty much instantaneously, which we do. There we go. So wind is 2504, so 2504, 19 degrees Celsius, QNH is 10, or 1013, and it was 318 feet for the barrel winds. There we go. As you can see, we're just about to reach our top of descent here within the next few minutes, so like I said, down to the lowest possible altitude here on Bat Sim, which in this case is 4,000 feet, which we're going to go down to. And as we cross this point, we're going to push in, and we're going to go right back down into Montreal here. So I'll leave you guys with the sights, the sets, and whatever else there may be on the way in. And as we get a little bit closer, we will do our what's it called? Our performance calculation, which will be based on a auto brake load today. And here it comes to decelerate, so we're going to push in, thrust, idle, descent, or descent, or des, or whatever you want to call it. And as we go down, let's just give it a little bit of a cinematic view as we start going down here. Go 150 on the heading, keep the airplane on back here, go right to the green dot, alt stars coming in. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete the rest of the points here, so let's go delete manual, delete nutrition, but I actually going to put this on. There we go, and then we'll hit insert, and that will draw us back to the final here. turn solid mode. We turn into a vector file, which we then can reference for cross track. So in this case, we'll pull off, insert some back, so we'll flex 1. A little bit of a tail end push now, so we're turning and then down. We'll put 195 on the heading. We'll arm the approach, both autopilot 1 and 2, so Cat 3 dual AP 1+2. Star, and Classic Star, and once again I have to do Cat 3 dual everything to get going. Vertical mode there. This is 170 knots.
2500.
7.5 touchdown. Just off the left there. Flaps full. There we go, flaps full, lights, and go taxi light on with the landing clearance, even though we don't have a landing clearance. And missed approach altitude for the go around. If I remember correctly, it's going to be 3,000 feet. Just confirm that here by looking at the plates. Approach. Actually up to initially 2,000 feet, so 2,000 feet is set for the mist, and now we just fly the approach the rest of the way in here. I think this is going to be a good one. I'm feeling good with this one. Quick wing view there. Oh, V5 looking good as always.
1,000.
Stable. Autopilot off. Is that like a bridge down there? It is a bridge. Oh, there's the IKEA. IKEA's always making an appearance in the sceneries. I love it. That big blue and yellow building just always popping out. And we're still stable. Land.
300 above. 2 minimum.
Visual landing. My center line is atrocious right now.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard. 5.
Speed brake. Reverse screen. Get that center line back. Decel. Manual brakes. Go all the way to the end. No need to rush exiting here. Absolutely fantastic scenery here in Montreal, and what a flight. I think I was pretty good. I floated a little bit. I'll critique myself on that one, but I was definitely within the side of the touchdown zone, so I'm happy with that. Definitely very happy with that. Hills wheel steering on. Montreal traffic, Air Canada 404, clearing off runway 24 left, taxiing to the gate. Put it all away, reverses away. Speed brake should go away. There we go, there they go. And AP, you can come on. Lights off. Did I ignore Norman? I think I ignored Norman on the way in. And we'll make sure we follow the right way all the way in. Turn everything off here. Weather radar is off. Good. I'm just going to follow the inner lanes here. We're going to go to gate 49. It's weird taxiing in here. So right off to the right here is like kind of a satellite. So they have a walkway that goes underneath the underground here. A lot of the CRJ 200s back in the day, and the Q400s and the classic Dash 8s parked there. But there's a rule where wide bodies can't come through this area right here. It's really interesting. So they got to go the long way around. So, but we're a narrow body, so we can come through here, as you can see, as we taxi in. So completely all right for us. I'm gonna go taxi light off. Our gate's just off to the left here, which is fantastic. Nice quick taxi in, as you can see. Curious to know how our brakes favored on the way in. Our brakes favored nice. I'm going to put the brake fans on, just get them cooling down right now. Right in front of the Montreal sign. Lovely. Turn inbound. Try to hit this right on the mark. Okay, I'm not where I need to be. GSX isn't aligned with the line. So I gotta listen to GSX here. I should just obey the line though. GSX is gonna put me... This is to go for the dance. That GSX dance, right? Oops, a little short. Here I am having to roll forward now. This is embarrassing. And there we go. Close enough. Brake set. 1, 2 off. AP bleed on. 6 pumps off. We're gonna go IRs off. Seatbelt sign off. Beacon off. We'll get those associated master cautions because of the shutdown there. And we'll hook GSX up. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Montreal Pierre Elliott Trudeau. Let's get a view here that we can all sit here and enjoy. And get some music on. There you go. Let GSX do the work. Put the 320 away for the night, eh? Look at that. Fantastic. Well, guys, as the lovely people here at GSX take off all our bags, take off the the stuff we just brought over to Montreal here. I'd like to thank you for joining us today. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you're somebody who does enjoy the FSLabs A320, please let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to click that like button and that subscribe button as well. It means that you support the channel here and you support the growth of what this channel is to become. Thank you guys for joining the ride today. And until next time, as always, stay frosty, stay clean, blue skies, white clouds. Everyone enjoy your flights in Flight Sim, and we'll see you all very soon.